How y'all doing tonight? You got your boy American Chadwick here. You got your boy American Mike here. Ladies and gentlemen, you know how we always do it. We like to make you laugh. We like to crack your ass off. We like to do about everything here. Keep you entertained. Just boys here all night long. Chadwick, what's going on, man? Anything new? What's good, broski?
Yo,
Cheers, mate.
cheers, Meck, and welcome to another podcast. Everybody who's listening on July 20th, 2023. Yo, I'm gonna tell you straight up that denim is the hottest. The hottest thing going on in the world right now is pretty much like denim. Like just straight up, it's the coolest fabric. It's so beautiful. Denim has that nice like gloss to it. And there's all these different lines going into it, all these different curvatures going into it, and just has seen it shredded up or like rocked out or like washed so that it's like got different fades of it. I'll tell you about how denim is comes in different colors, even from pink to purple to blue to silver to gray to orange to teal to uh, hot pink to I like pink and blue are my favorite too. The most popular blue form of the
Is it like
denim
a
way
leather
is
feeling or something?
indigo blue. Indigo blue is the most popular blue that I've found so far. That's for these for like denim jeans. The dark, it's like a darkish blue color, and it's been in this country, the United States of America. It's been like the hot thing, denim, wearing denim, and it became popular in all these different ways. For example, one of the cool things about denim was it became there was a black version of denim that came out that became popular because of Elvis Presley, and Elvis Presley kind of promoted wearing like black jeans. If I'm correct, I believe I'm correct. It was something along these lines that he was wearing black jeans, and everybody started wearing black jeans because of Elvis Presley, who had a big influence during the day of his time in music. And like, do you know who Elvis Presley is?
Listen, Elvis as in that big pop star, the one that played all those music in the 80s, I would say it was. Was it
Close enough.
80s or 90s?
Yeah, you're close enough. Close enough. You're right. He's a big like rock star. Is pretty much what he
Elvis,
was, John. Elvis
the one
Presley.
that had like that full like jumpsuit or whatever, being like all cool, being like, oh, let's see, I the coolest man here. All the ladies love me. Mhm.
Yeah, that sounds like Elvis Presley, who you're talking about. That sounds like him, and he was pretty pretty big topic of the day when it came to music. He was like Michael Jackson of his time. You know Michael Jackson?
I know Michael Jackson. Yes, I do.
All right, tell us about
God
Mike.
bless him what he did. He had one of the oddest voices I've ever heard in music history, honestly. But he had some weird music. His voice kind of sounded like a chick, in my opinion, but he still had really good music. But he had good lyrics, good, good, good lyrics, good artists and whatnot. So I can't complain.
Yeah, I would say he had some good music that I enjoyed listening to myself. Michael Jackson had fantastic music. Many people enjoyed his music other than us in the United States. He's got a odd reputation, like you were saying, and his voice was a little bit like odd. I think they made fun of him in a few South Park episodes. If you're familiar with South Park at all, are you a South
Oh,
Park fan?
I remember those episodes, and I agree with those episodes. He was weird.
I think I think the one thing that I remember specifically of him being in the news that was weird to me was he had his baby. and he held his baby over. I guess he held his baby over like out of a window or something, if I remember correctly, and I could be wrong exactly what it was, but he was Michael Jackson had a child, and he was holding the child out a window or something like that, and it became really controversial of him just holding a baby. Where if he dropped the baby would have died, obviously, out like on a second floor or third floor or something like that. I think South Park made fun of him for it or something or other. It was,
Probably.
but so yeah,
He
denim jeans,
Mike.
man. And you know what's awesome about denim is it's more than just jeans. You can wear denim jackets, like biker jackets, like the nice bikers love denim. They can put like their pins and their logo or their what do you call it? Their stitched embroidery on it. Embroidery is a huge thing on denim. Is getting your own patches, like nice. You can make your own patches and then stitch them on to your like plain blue denim. Like I'm talking indigo denim. There's so many different colors of blue too, which is ridiculous. There's like, and you can call it whatever you want. You can call it ocean blue. You can call it river blue. You can call it, sky blue. You can call it uh, light blue. You can call it. There's so many. Like you can just come up with a million different things of what blue is. You can call it. You can call it blueberry blue. You can call it so many different blues. It's whatever you want to call the blue because it doesn't matter. There's a blue behind me. You can see it on the wall behind me on this uh, character. It's like whatever you think that blue is, you can call it. What kind of blue do you consider that to be, Meck? Behind me, can you see that blue on the wall behind me?
Yes, I can see that blue.
What would you call that blue yourself?
I call it a light blue.
That's the common way to say it is it's a light blue. You could call it a million things. You could
And
call
no one
it
a girl, they probably call it a certain like different type of blue, being like, oh, this is lavender or this is blah blah blah.
exactly.
Me, I
Exactly.
just call it a freaking light blue.
You can
That's
call
what
it
it's called.
flower blue. Exactly. You can call it whatever you want it. That's the whole thing though, is that you can call it whatever you want to call it. And every word, everything that you call it is a different keyword or a different name or a different topic. And it's just ridiculous if you know how things work with SEO and stuff. And the thought behind that is this whole thing with your dirt bike stuff going on as well. We were talking about jeans denim last time. I was thinking for your dirt bike, what color is your dirt bike currently, by the way?
Blue.
Nice.
With numbers written on it. I just got to redo the carburetor and I got to buy a new front plate for it. And I might do a few new stickers on it and get it back up and running and see how she runs and just take it back on the trail and try to do a few cool stunts on it and hopefully not fall and hopefully not hurt my knee the first time because
What
in a
color
long
blue is
time.
what color blue is your dirt bike? Is it like a light blue or a dark blue?
It's a dark blue-ish such. Yeah, I would say it's like a dark blue.
So if I could get you a nice dark blue denim jacket and a nice dark blue denim uh probably I don't know if I can come up with pants. Pants would be hard for me to get you, but a nice denim dark blue jacket, would you rock that while you're dirt biking? Like a
I would
nice
rock that dirt bike, and dude, I would even wear that shit to work, bro.
nice.
No joke.
All right,
I'd wear that shit every day.
I'm strongly considering getting American Meck here a dark blue, one of my designs, which is a dark blue denim jacket of some type, and getting that on his
Oh yeah,
body. So
I mean,
you
not
could be wearing that right now, and we could be showing that
shame.
off because I'm thinking some denim would look good on you as a biker, and that would also be a good way
Oh
for me
yeah,
to promote my
with those
brand.
nice big biceps, like Come on.
I think you would be a good influencer for me to sponsor, since you're a good dirt biker, and if I get my clothing onto you and you wearing my clothing, people would be like, "So American Meck's wearing the Visitor 751 clothing or the whatever I'm doing clothing." They'd be like, "I gotta get some of that because American Meck is riding that dirt bike and making killer tricks and doing killer speed and doing killer shit.
Bro,
And he's
you
wearing that
endorse me.
jacket. I
I
gotta wear
will.
that jacket too." And I'll be like, "Yeah, that's what you gotta do is get that jacket and then sponsor that shit. I'll sponsor you with
You,
some nice clothing, some nice jackets. How you feel about that? If I
you sponsor me.
sponsor you with some jackets."
I would love that, man. I would get out there more and more and just like help get. I would nag my dad and nag because he's like, like it takes more to do this to a dirt bike. It takes more to do this and do a dirt bike. Blah blah blah. And I will nag my dad nonstop, be like, "Ah, let's go, get it up and running. I've got a jacket. A sponsor. Let's go."
Dope.
And I can flip them off doing it the whole entire time, being like, "Yeah, who was the one who said can never get a sponsor? Oh yeah, you did. Fuck you."
You know, I think we need to embroider the pedal to the metal dragon onto it though. So you have to embroider some shit onto the jacket that I get to you at some point. You're gonna have to embroider our logo onto it as well, like our pedal to the metal logo. And
I can do that to my dirt bike, and I can totally do everything to it.
yeah,
I can put some new logos on it. I'll take a picture and I'll send you a fresh picture.
and
Yeah,
obviously we're considering making our own hot sauce brand as well. So we're probably gonna have to get that on your jacket as well, some type of hot sauce. I don't know if we're gonna make like a logo if we're yeah if we're considering we're figuring things out with that. We're still getting started on that. So everything we're here speaking about here is completely just out of the blue kind of shit. We're considering making hot sauces. We got the mild, hot, and extra hot flavors on mind with special bottle where you open it a special way possibly. And yeah,
yes, sir.
you want to speak on that for a moment and just briefly remind everybody what we got going on with the hot sauce stuff as well. So,
I kind of took a break on that. Now, honestly, I mean,
yeah,
we got to make some more hot sauce idea, and we got to find the right hot sauce materials and everything to do all that to make everything all happen. So we got to make it like legit. But yeah, we gotta get everything going right.
yeah. You still want to do that? Does that sound like something that you would want to do together? Is build a hot sauce brand together and get something going along those lines? Does that sound like something that interests you? Is working together on that, or did you have that or did you have that more in mind of something that you wanted to do in another way?
I
How were you
like
thinking?
that. I would like that to be something that we can do together because then I feel like it would kind of just bring us closer together, and I can eventually move back home to where like we're making like too much products. We got to make up our own business and get our own store going, and we got to be like pushing at it and making hot sauce and shit. Like I want our business to like go boom. So I'd like us to work on that together. And you're more the. I feel like I'm more the speech giver while you're the product prod, productivator, or how do I say this? I'm trying to make it sound good. Make the business going. You know what I mean that in a way though.
Oh man, that's hilarious. I'm trying to think. My consideration is that there's actually only a small amount of people I think that actually like hot sauce. I kind of have been realizing this that a lot of people don't even like hot sauce. Like it's too hot for them. So we have to make the mild sauce really good. We have to make a bunch of mild sauces, is what I'm thinking too. That people, because some people they just won't. Do you know people that just won't eat hot shit? Have you ever met somebody who just won't eat like hot shit?
Yeah, I met a few of those, including my aunt.
Idiots,
She
right?
does not like spicy stuff at all, and I'm kind of like, come on, where's the flavor? But yet her food still tastes good. But I can't disagree because when I eat food, I put no salt, I put no pepper. Whenever I cook my own food, unlike a bunch of people do, I'm like, it just tastes fine. I mean, if it needs a little kick to it, I'll add some hot sauce to it, being like, so good. But that's just my opinion. I don't think every meal needs salt and pepper like a lot of people do, and I think it's stupid, but people are probably gonna call me out on it, and they can if they want to, but it's just my opinion. My mom will call me out on it too. She cooks everything with salt and pepper, so
Hey,
I still
so
eat it, but I
so
try not to.
so let me ask you this here, American Meck. What's going on in America right now? Are people buying stuff? Are people going to the store and buying stuff, or are more people buying stuff on the internet in 2023 right now? Do you think a lot of people are buying food on the internet compared to in 2000, in the year 2000?
Um,
In the year 2000, let's just go back to the year 2000 for example. Today's 2023 compared to now let's go back to just even shorter. Let's go back to like 2015. Between 2015 and 2023, do you think more people are buying food on the internet than ever before? Is that I think so. I think there definitely is a
from
lot.
right now to those days, I'd say a lot more people are buying products online because like you got like every plate, and then you got like a bunch of other places that have like a bunch of recipes that like brings that like the meals like where your portion should be. Unlike a lot of people will make their portions like bigger and bigger than what they should be, eat more what they want to, and some people just want them to be more small. Where that like they eat more healthier, eat like a real meal and not like eat too big and fat. Be like, oh, so stuff. I gotta go to sleep. But yeah, I feel like a lot more people are trying to get like more exposed to like the people that played it out for them. That way they don't have to like you
So
know what I'm saying.
where are people buying food from on the internet these days? Do you have any idea like yourself? I have an idea of
I
myself.
just
Like
know where my mom buys it, and that's like every plate I think it's called from what I remember. Or I don't know, there's like a bunch of cool sites where you can buy cool recipes and shit, and they'll like have you make it, and they'll deliver all the products, but you gotta do all the work yourself.
mhm.
I mean, there are some companies that make it for you or they have delivered, but I'd rather just make it myself, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's interesting that you brought that up. I mean, I know there's a million different things that are going on with like food delivery and stuff. So people are getting food delivered to them, and they're getting more than food delivered. They're actually getting the ingredients delivered to them with cooking instructions on how to cook the meal. And then they're taking the ingredients that they were sent to them, and they're following the instructions that they were given to make the meals. And that's pretty interesting to me that you're saying that people are doing that. Do you think a lot of people are doing that, or do you think that's a small amount of people in the United States? It's probably a small amount, I'm assuming, that are doing that kind of thing.
If
Or
I, in my opinion, by now it's either like 40% or 70% that are doing it because you still have like a lot of your Walmart shoppers that are still going out and they're still always busy as poop. No matter when you're going and like always having to dodge people in your car. Like, get out of my way, bitches. Trying to get here. Because either
Mhm.
way, you're dodging people. So if I had to guess, like 40 to 70 people are probably doing that shit. If I had to guess, probably like 40% of people are doing it online, and people are so like, oh, I rather play with food like bigger meals. No, 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 no.
Now
And
let's
that's probably what a lot of people do.
let's compare that. Let's compare that to the amount of people that are ordering food from these new services that have been around for since 2015 as well. I started noticing them in 2015. For example, we got Grubhub, we got Uber Eats, we got all of these different big like delivery services. So they basically I actually want to go real deep into this in this podcast. I don't know how much time we have here. We're probably like 30 minutes in already at this point. We're going deep here, and I'd like to
Yo,
get
let's pause real quick.
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please like subscribe. We all know you all listen to us. Please ring it in, the little like, subscribe, that button. We all love to hear your input. Please get it all up your belt. Now Chadwick's showing me also. You know what that means. Ladies,
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, please subscribe to Pedal to the Metal as we build on YouTube. We're looking into getting into being on Spotify. We're looking into being on Rumble.com. We're looking into being on Twitter.com. We're looking into being all of these different social media platforms as we build this podcast on our hot sauce, our dirt biking, our POD, and our last but not least cartoon drawing stuff along the lines of drawing stuff and designing in general. As we build this up, we ask that you follow me and American Meck on our journey by clicking that follow button wherever it may be. And remember,
working on our guns.
American Meck. We just did that. Yo, what are we doing? I'm about to take a shot. What are you doing, dude? I'm taking a shot on our podcast here. I got some of this sheepdog here I'm drinking tonight.
Ooh. I probably got like 3 shots left. I would say, but a 4.
So, American Meck has been drinking like screwball pretty much for the last few podcasts. I see him drinking this stuff. He told me it had peanut butter in it. He recommended I get some, and he said it was $17 a bottle. So I went over to the liquor store and I went in, and they were like, "No, it's $33 a bottle." But we got this stuff called Sheepdog, which is peanut butter whiskey for that price of 18. So I took this as a chance, and I'd say it's pretty sweet and sweet in general. A little too sweet, in my opinion. As somebody who doesn't own a place that sells beer or liquor, what do you think about selling beer or liquor, American Meck? Have you ever heard of this thing called? It's called Full Send Podcast, and these guys they sell this a seltzer alcohol called Happy Dad. What do you think about? Have you ever heard of this Happy Dad or Full Send Podcast?
I never heard of it, but cheers.
Cheers.
I feel like we're a lot like that mainly because like we smoke weed, we drink beer. I feel like we're always on something, and I don't know. I kind of like we're kind of like the American Dad is like, look at him, and then he fucking laugh. Dude, stupid shit all the time.
So yeah. What we were talking about before we did that little intermission break there that was a lot of fun was that we were speaking on, well, now I want to talk about alcohol as well in general. I don't know, it's something else that interests me is the idea of selling alcohol. What I learned about the Full Send podcast. I'll just jump into that. We'll switch up the subject because there was an intermission. And so I was listening to this podcast, and these guys, they say that if you own an alcohol brand, for example, if you own if we made an alcohol brand and it was called American Meck seltzer alcohol, we wouldn't be able to shit on, for example, our competitors. We wouldn't be able to shit on Budweiser. We wouldn't be able to say Budweiser is complete shit because
I'm about to laugh so loud right now.
what's that?
I'm trying not to laugh so hard right now. I'm just trying not to look at my parents right now, man. It's like, stop on the need for that shit.
Well, damn, dude, we're heading in a different direction with this whole thing that's going on here.
I'm sorry, that was just pure fucking funny how you put that. I really just want to
Clip
laugh.
out. I need you to clip out. I need you to clip out whatever you were just laughing at that I just did from this particular podcast. We need to clip that part out for a minute there and send that. We need to make that like a good 30-second clip there because that was pretty damn funny.
Can you repeat me what you said? I remember what that was. I'm gonna be so funny, but it was hilarious.
That's the part you have to clip out. You have to actually find that and clip that out of our 30-hour podcast here. You have to find the 30 seconds in it that matter and reshare that shit because that's going to get us the views that we are looking to share and send out that entertainment so everybody gets entertained by our shit.
That is very true, good sir.
Now,
cheers, mate.
I'll let you get me a little sidetracked here for a moment on what I want to do. I was taking a serious glance at this podcast and the information that I needed to get from you, American Meck. Then I took that shot there and I lost track for a second after that shot. But now I'm back on track here and looking to get where I want to be, which is back into the idea of hot sauce is where we started, and then we went into the alcohol stuff, and then it was
no, we went to dirt biking to alcohol because he went to spots meet, and we were talking about a hot sauce about the Venom jackets and everything. So if I want to order them, and I said yes, I would gladly, proudly, even at work, being like, "Sup, y'all."
That's true. Yeah. You did say that.
When I'm a cool face going to work. Even with like your alien shit on the back and like it's like rock and everything.
So I remember where we were going there. I actually do remember where we were going was that we were speaking about food delivery services and stuff like Uber. We were on the topic of Uber Eats and Grubhub and that kind of thing. So we were comparing it to people who buy food on the internet. And what are your thoughts on like Grubhub and Uber Eats? Do you think a large portion of Americans are starting to use this kind of service? Do you think in 2023, right now and today, do you think more people are starting to use this today that they're just starting to use it? Or do you think that more people, or do you think the same amount of people are using it in 2023 that have been using it for years? Or do you think that less people are going to start using these kinds of things and they're going to look for other ways to get their food besides Grubhub and Uber Eats and these things? Do you think it's going to go like, what direction do you think those companies are currently going in? There's two that and if you can think of more, because I think there is more. Am I wrong? Is there more than Grubhubs and Uber Eats? Is there more food delivery services that I'm missing?
I just know of Grubhub, DoorDash, and Uber Eats, and that's it.
Yeah, that's the one.
From down here in Florida, I use DoorDash. They were more reliable than Uber Eats because Uber Eats, in my opinion, they suffer when it comes to late deliveries and whatnot. They always like shut down a bit earlier than DoorDash did, so I've always ended up using DoorDash instead of Uber Eats. And Oh no, it just never worked the same way in Pennsylvania did. Maybe they work differently in Pennsylvania versus
They
Florida. I
could.
don't know, but
Yeah. You're saying you use
Grubhub, I never screwed with. I never played with Grubhub. I never did.
okay.
Just DoorDash and Uber Eats for me.
Okay. And you're saying that Uber Eats is different in Pennsylvania from Florida?
When it comes to times, when they like delivery, yes, because like a lot of places tell me like, no, 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 no. Then I go to DoorDash, I'll be like, yes, 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 yes. That's on, that's on, that's on. I'm like, what? Fuck you, Uber Eats.
Okay, so are you saying that when you were living in Pennsylvania that Uber Eats had yes, 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 and DoorDash had no, no, or you weren't even looking at DoorDash when you were in Pennsylvania because Uber Eats always
Yeah, I
worked?
wasn't even looking at it because I never had a problem with it, and I liked Uber Eats at the time. But now Uber Eats just sucks.
So
And
let me ask you this:
yeah,
do you think that Uber Eats was doing a better job where you were located in Pennsylvania than they are in Florida where you're located? You think that they were doing a better? There was more people available to that were working for Uber in Pennsylvania at the time, which was only 1 or 2 years ago. You were living in Pennsylvania 2 years ago. You were thinking that Uber, you never had to go to DoorDash. When you were living in Pennsylvania, you never had to go to DoorDash because there was always somebody available to deliver your food here. But when you went to Florida, you went onto the Uber Eats app and you realized that there were people who weren't available. So you were like, fuck, what do I do? And you found DoorDash, and DoorDash is always somebody is available. But do you think that DoorDash in Pennsylvania, where if you had used DoorDash here, do you think it would be just as good as where you are in Florida? If you went back to exactly where you were when you were living here in Pennsylvania, do you think the DoorDash would be just as good here in that spot that it is in Florida? Where you understand what I'm saying? What I'm asking here?
yes, I do, and let me say what I have to say. I think it's just better in PA because there's a lot more drivers down in Pennsylvania than there is DoorDash. So I think in Pennsylvania versus Florida, maybe there's an insurance difference or something like that. Because even I looked at trying to work for them, and insurance people charge a rates up for like having to deliver Uber Eats or like doing Uber Drive. Like your insurance just goes up and up. But like I feel like there's more opportunities in Pennsylvania because like you can go all over the place. You can like the busy cities and whatnot, going there. Versus Florida, there's almost nothing where I live, and it's just like DoorDash. It's like DoorDash is like taking over versus Uber Eats.
Yeah,
But
that's
when I was
that's my question is why
PA,
is
it's better.
because DoorDash is better. Why is Door? Okay, let me ask you this then. What makes DoorDash different from? Okay, let's say both Uber Eats and DoorDash can both deliver the same meal to you. They can both deliver. If you want to order a chicken parmesan meal from an Italian restaurant, and both Uber Eats and DoorDash both are available. They both have drivers available. Which one would you choose and why?
Hmm. DoorDash because they last longer.
Because what? They last longer?
They last longer.
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Every time when I went on to UberEats.com, even on my days off and my parents were asleep, and I'd just be like chilling, just like trying to order something, even they were like bitching at me. Even kicked me out once for like ordering food online because they were like, "You gotta save up money." Blah, 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 blah. I was like, yeah, still ordering money. I mean, I'm still ordering Uber Eats, and I still tried and still nothing. I had to go on the DoorDash and be like, yes, I can still get one.
Yeah,
Yes, I
you're
can still
saying
get
because
McDonald's
there were
Wednesday.
there were more drivers available on Uber Eats is what you're saying though, right?
Exactly.
No. What I'm
That's what
saying is
really
what I'm
was
asking
that.
you is I want to be clear on my question here is that if you go on to Uber Eats app and you go on to DoorDash app, you're ordering chicken parmesan meal from an Italian restaurant here, You go on to Uber Eats app, and you go on to the DoorDash app, and they both say, both Uber Eats and DoorDash both says that we can deliver your chicken parmesan from this restaurant in 15 minutes. Both of them say this. They say we can deliver. If you go on to Uber Eats, it says 15 minutes. If you go on to DoorDash, it says 15 minutes to get your chicken parmesan to your house. Both of them are saying the same exact thing. Let's say they both are saying the same exact thing. Would you still choose DoorDash over? Would there be a difference in pricing, or would there be something that would make you choose one over the other if they were both available to drive it to you at the same time? Is my question.
Well, that's kind of the weird thing. If I'm living in Florida, I would choose DoorDash over than Uber Eats. But if I was in Pennsylvania, like I said, maybe it has to do with the drivers or whatever. But I I will just choose DoorDash in Florida. Maybe I should try Grubhub, see how they do in price range. But
Ice Range?
it's just DoorDash for me right now. And Uber was a good competitor, but
Okay.
I
All
just
right.
had bad luck with Uber Eats. Since I've been down here in Florida and never had that bad luck in Pennsylvania. And I don't get it.
I think I understand. I think I understand what you're able to give me for information on this. And you also mentioned ice. What did you just say? There's another one called ice something or other. Ice
Oh,
ice.
I might have said the wrong word, but Grubhub.
Yeah, there's Grubhub, there's DoorDash, and there's Uber Eats. Is there anything else that you can think of, or is that the three? Because that's the only three that I know of.
That's just a three that I can think of.
Yeah.
There's one other one that I never heard of.
So you think my main question coming into this, which I started with the questioning was, do you think that DoorDash is okay? We'll just talk about. We'll just go into DoorDash specifically. Do you think that they are growing as a company? Do you think they're becoming kind of flatlined and they're just getting the same customers over and over again, or do you think that they're starting to lose customers and that they are having problems at DoorDash? What are your thoughts on DoorDash? Do you see
I
DoorDash
just
becoming bigger from where you are in Florida? Do you like DoorDash a lot, and do you see more and more people wanting to order from them because they're doing a great job? What do you see with DoorDash?
I just think that from growing up in Grubhub that more and more people are just like delivering, and I just think that more people don't want to go for them. So
Yeah.
I I think they're growing in their business, in my opinion, versus we were eating down here in Florida. But no, I could be wrong about other states because, like I said about the drivers and everything, like there's certain people that they like to, I don't know, just like work for. But right now, the one that I liked and is ticked with is DoorDash
Okay.
right now for me. And I might try Grubhub a couple of times. And when I start working again, I might install it again. Might get bitched at my dad a little bit for ordering food again, but
Hey, yo.
whatever.
Hey, thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that information as valuable information to our whole audience, including myself. I think everything that you shared there is something that we can all learn from, and we can all figure out where things are going in the world with. So myself, I currently, whenever I order food, I'm still the person who goes to pick. If I order food on the phone, I usually call in with my voice rather than a lot of people, they order it where I've done that too. I've done both. I've done that too, where I've just ordered it on text or on through picking stuff. You click yes, I want that. Yes, I want that. Send it. Like pick up there. That works.
And that's the one thing that I like about like just ordering online. Like even if you're like doing Domino's or like it's a pizza place or online, yes, it can give you like an estimated times, but it's like you're on like the actual site, like you can see like how far in progress like their food is going. Be like, all right, it's about there. All right, it's about there. All right, your delivery's on your way. It's gonna be in like 10, 20 minutes. What? 5 minutes away, 5 minutes away. And really wanted to just like walk out there and smoke. How you doing, guy? Here's your money. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, I think that's how a lot of Americans have
What is
become with the
showing up
new
inside?
with all of this available. I think that I see it seen since 2015 when I was first started noticing these kinds of things. Is like, I'm still the person who goes to the place and picks it up myself because that's just how I am. I like to go to the actual place, and it depends if I can get it ordered to myself and driven to me. It's like that's gonna save me time. I actually like going to the places and like going into the places and seeing how they look and seeing like where I'm actually getting my food from. It's just something that myself as a 30-plus-year-old male at this point
I
has this
just
like concept in my head. I think you're of that younger generation and there's people who are younger than you who are really the main generation that's like buying the shit on the internet and just they don't give a fuck where it comes from. They're just like, as long as it gets here in 10 minutes, it's good. I don't give a shit where it comes from. And it's like who cares? I mean, there's so many different things, but the main thing that you just brought up was that you followed the one thing that you just brought up that caught my mind was that you actually are tracking the progress of your food getting to you minute by minute. You're able to see the car as
I'm
it
saying
gets.
you can.
Yep.
I really don't track them, but I'm saying you can.
Yeah.
Usually when I get there, I'll be like, all right, click out, boom, boom, boom. All right, and we went online because like 10 minutes later, all right, how was my food doing? And I'll sign back in and be like, all right, it's still good, whatever.
Yeah.
Even my mom was kind of impressed, like how to teach her and my dad how to do it. They still have it installed. I'm like, okay.
So you taught
And
your
whenever
parent.
I have
That's your.
money and even when I have money, my mom and dad be like, I want Uber Eats. My mom will be like, I want Chipotle. I'll be like, all right, I got you. Order what you want. And guess what? I ended up buying it for them. Even if it's pizza or something like that,
Because you
it's
just
always on my debit card. And
because you
99% of the time, my parents won't even pay me back. They're like, turn this on you. Okay, I'm cool with that. Whatever. Even though I try to pay rent and I try to do blah, blah, blah. But recently, they kind of were like, all right. I guess they kind of like realized, like, he buys a lot of food, he buys a lot of liquor, and blah, blah, blah. This bullshit. All right, let's drop
Yeah,
that
I
topic.
wanted to. Yeah,
Let's drop
what I was actually trying to look into was more so the Uber Eats versus this DoorDash, and figuring out like which one do you actually. The whole thing that I was interested in and why I started this conversation was I was just wondering like, what do you think is better, DoorDash versus Uber Eats? And it seems like you like DoorDash over Uber Eats seems to be the better thing, especially in Florida, and you're able to track them minute by minute to see if you want to, which you don't always do, because a lot of times you're just outside enjoying a smoke or you're just playing video games while they're coming on their way. Who gives a shit? But like, it seems like DoorDash, you're able to watch them as they come if you want to know where they're at. And is that the same with Uber Eats? I'm assuming you can watch them as well.
it's the same
Yeah,
fucking thing.
yeah, this is
And
pretty
I'm
much.
sure it is with Grubhub too. I just haven't done Grubhub.
Yeah, yeah.
It's probably the same fucking thing.
Well, the whole reason I brought up any of these topics tonight is because I was thinking about our hot sauce stuff, and I was just considering like what we were doing with our hot sauce if we wanted to sell it on the internet versus getting a shop for it and selling it inside of a shop or like that kind of thing. I think more people are buying food on the internet in 2023 than ever before. So I think if we were to start our hot sauce and our sauces brand and our sauces to sell them to people, that we could just sell them on the internet and just have them shipped to people because it's so easy in 2023. It's becoming easier and easier and easier to ship food to people, and they can just order it on the internet and we just send it to them when they want it. Then we can just make it for them rather than making a bunch ahead of time. We just make it for them when they want it and just send it to them, Uh, so American Meck, we've done a great podcast, I think. Is there anything else you want to speak on this podcast before we end this? Or do you want to end this right now? What are you thinking?
I think I'm actually ready about to end it because I really can't think of anything to talk about right now.
All right. Yeah, we are the
I guess I'm.
Pedal to the Metal podcast, pedal to the metal.io. We got a YouTube channel. We're making rumble.com. We're making all kinds of things happen. Pedal to the metal.io. I'm Chadwick. That's American Meck. Do you want to close this out, or what are you thinking? Is that good closing? Just say peace.
I say we pour yourself a shot real quick.
All right.
A shot, then I'll close this out.
Yeah, I'm taking a shot here with close out on this one with American Meck. This is the peanut butter sheepdog whiskey. American Meck recommended that I take the screwball whiskey, which costed $33, and this one only costed 18 half as much. I was like, I might as well try it. But here we go. American Meck. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's okay. It's a little too sweet. It's super
I'll
sweet.
close that right now. Good stuff, though.
Yeah, you were taking. What did you just take a drink of? You drinking that pickle juice stuff that you were talking about earlier, or what?
Fuck no.
Old Smoky, Tennessee. Heck yeah. Your whiskey. Peanut butter. Oh, that's peanut butter too.
I can't do regular whiskey anymore. It just fucks up my stomach too much.
This one just tastes like straight up corn syrup. It's honestly just like cheap and. I would probably get a better whiskey next time. But
Did you just say corn star?
corn syrup tastes like corn syrup, like the
High
fructose. Tastes like that sugary, like too, like it does. It tastes cheap, is what I'm saying. It tastes cheap. I paid $18 for it. I figured it would be cheap, but it's disgusting. I probably would say it's drinkable. It's drinkable. It's. I won't say it's horrible, but it's drinkable. It's not something that I would like. If I could choose my drinks, I would probably put that on the lower end of the shelf of what I would be choosing through. Is I've had some like good whiskeys over the past few years, and I've tasted some of the high quality stuff out there that's available. I like wine better than whiskey personally. I like the red wines and the white wines lately. I've been drinking a lot of red wines and tasting them out and trying out different flavors and notes of things. There's whether it's a strawberry or it's a raspberry flavor or it's a subtle grape of some kind flavor. Trying them all out, and I like wine because I can drink a whole bottle of wine and I'm still good. I'm still good to go after a whole. I could drink a whole bottle of red wine and still be fine in terms of being able to speak and do a podcast. Versus if I was to drink a whole bottle of whiskey, I'd probably just be on the floor, flat, laying down there in the back.
I'm still going right now, and I drank about that full bottle right now.
So, American Meck, we ended the podcast, and we're still live here. Should we end this, or you want to just close it out? What are you thinking?
Oh no, I will end this out. Cheers to all my friends out in Florida, Pennsylvania, everywhere we go. You know how me and Chadwick do it. Your boy Chadwick's gonna get me a Venom jacket, working in all blue and everything. He's gonna be making me look dope, looking good. He's gonna sponsor my dirt bike and everything. We're gonna be doing it big, and I want to get back in dirt bike racing. We like to draw here. We like to make all you laugh. We like to do a bunch of stupid shit here. Talk nonsense. Whatever the ladies and gents and girls and boys, whatever the hell they want to hear. Y'all, y'all truckers, y'all workers, y'all just have a wonderful, really good freaking night. And just American Chad, American Meck, we all out. Y'all, peace out. We love y'all.